So this video, granted I'm a female, but it's about why men don't talk about mental health, and I'm going to give my opinion from a woman's point of view, and then I'm going to get Chris to do a video from his point of view. And don't forget to subscribe and turn your notification bells on, because your girl's been busy editing a lot of videos. Okay, so just subscribe, because it does help our channels out more than what you realise, and we appreciate it. So yeah, let's get into this. Now, why don't men talk about mental health? From my perspective of it, is several reasons. Obviously there's the masculinity side of it, and I'm a guy and I don't need to express my emotions. But then there's also the side of feeling like they're weak, feeling like they're inadequate and they're not enough. And then there's the emotional side of things of it as well. And they don't generally talk about it, period. Like, they don't. And men need to start talking, because mental health doesn't discriminate about what sex you are, male or female. It doesn't matter. You still, if you're going to get mental health, you're going to have mental health. I mean, Chris has got mental health, and he talks about it. He lets his emotions out sometimes, not all the time. But he can struggle with it, you know. Whereas with women, we're more, I don't know whether this is 100% facts or not, but we're more emotional and that, and more willing to talk about things than what men are. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. I try and encourage Chris to speak about how he feels and that daily. I try and do that. And he's getting better at doing it. And he's had mental health for years, and he's never fully spoken about it with anyone other than myself. And I just think there's so much stigma attached to men having mental health, and that stigma needs to stop, because men should be able to talk and express themselves and express their emotions and how they're feeling and that, just the same as what women can. You know, we all talk about all these rights for women and that, but men have rights as well. We all have rights. We're all meant to be equal, you know. Just because you're a man or a woman don't mean nothing. You're equal. In my opinion, is equal, you know. But men are not, as we class as soppy or emotional, you know. They're very much drawn in, kept in, like stiff upper lip kind of, keep your mouth shut kind of attitude. And I just think that that's quite sad, because there's plenty of men who suffer with mental health out there, I'm sure, as well as there is women. But men need to be able to freely express themselves and express how they truly feel, because if they don't talk about it, it's going to snowball, and then it's going to cause a serious kind of reaction, and not a good reaction. And I just think that men, they're kind of taught to not express themselves, and that needs to change as well. Men need to be able to express themselves and that freely, and they, from kids and babies, they should be brought up to express themselves freely, politely, obviously, and in the right kind of manner. But they should be able to do all this, and that's not really the case. And it's quite sad, really. I mean, I don't know how many men in the UK suffer with mental health, but I'm pretty sure it's quite high up. The same with women. I don't have my phone here, it's over there. But for men, you guys need to speak more often. You need to show your emotions. If you want to scream or shout in a controlled manner, do so. If you want to talk about it, talk about it. If you want to write it down, write it down. You know, there are ways that you can do things, and hopefully men will start to talk about mental health, because they need to, because we're trying to end the stigma of mental health in general for men and women, but we also need for men and women to, you know, be able to speak freely and express themselves freely and not be classed as mad for expressing themselves or showing emotions. And, oh, stop crying, don't cry, don't show your emotions. No, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good for no one. You need to be able to express your emotions in a nice, controlled manner. Sure, sometimes we lose our tempers, that's fine, that's normal. And you can scream and shout and rant and rave. That's totally normal. And do it. We encourage that. But try and talk to people. Whether it's, I don't know, your missus or your best mate or a therapist. We've done a video about therapy. Try therapy for 1 month. 1 month. And see how you go. Because both me and Chris have done therapy, and it's helped us a lot with our speaking and emotions and stuff like that. It's helped us a lot, and I strongly recommend therapy. If you can't afford it, you can go onto a waiting list on the National Health Service, mental health, but you have to keep pushing for it as well, because Chris had to fight for 12 years to get that, but he did. So if Chris can fight for it for 12 years and get therapy, then you can as well. So guys, talk about it, show your emotions, scream, shout, rant, rave, do whatever you need to do to express yourself freely, because you're going to help end the stigma towards mental health, and that's the important thing with our channel, is to end that stigma. But we need everybody to do it with us. We can't do it on our own, obviously. We're only 2 people. You know, we've got 405 of you guys on here now. So if all you guys can pull together and help us to end the stigma, that would be amazing, because that's what we'll want to try and do. So men, talk about it, show your emotions, scream, shout, rant, rave, cry, do whatever you need to do, but speak about it. Speak, speak, speak. Go to therapy for 1 month, I dare you. For 1 month, try it. If it's not for you, at least you've tried it and you've given it a go. But give it 1 month and see how you go from there. So that's what I want to say on that. Just talk about it, man. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not like, it's not some kind of contagious disease or anything like that. It's a condition. Mental health is a condition. And some of us, we have it. And if you have it, you should talk about it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and turn your notification bell on. In the meantime, take care. Bye for now.